What's up, everybody? The Germ here, and it has been a good couple weeks in game hunting. I haven't filmed thrifting lately, but I have been picking up things, but it's been so sporadic that I figured I wouldn't film it. It would be too hard to put clips together. So I'm going to show you guys in this video everything that I picked up over the last couple weeks. This first pile here all came from one of my favorite game stores in Clifton, New Jersey. I don't get out there too often, but I do get out there sporadically. Digital Press Games. They have two locations. One of them is in Clifton, New Jersey. That's actually the only one I've been to. And I got 3 games here. I added a game to my GameCube collection. I'm trying to get all 555 games, which is going to be hard. And there are some ones that are super expensive that I will never buy. So I'm just going to have to come across them by luck. But this is Mark Davis's Pro Bass Challenge. So anybody remembers that, let me know. I've never played this game. Actually never seen it before either, so I had to pick it up. We might have to try this out. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. The next game, this is either brand new or complete in box. And when I was a kid, I remember the Harlem Globetrotters. Globetrotters on the Game Boy Advance. I'm not sure. I think this is brand new sealed, but the box is in really poor condition. I only paid $8 for this. It's kind of crazy to think that you could still get a brand new sealed Game Boy Advance game, and it's only worth $8. I am definitely opening this up. The box is really trashed, and I think we can make the box look a little nicer by opening it up. So, got that one there. And then the last thing from Digital Press, in the video I made there, I called this hard driving because it reminded me of an arcade game. And there's 2 versions of this arcade game. One was called hard driving, the other one was called race driving. So this one was race driving, although I said in the video hard driving because hard driving is the one that I played. This is a really cool arcade game. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, you would find them in the arcade. We actually had hard driving in our arcade in the Poughkeepsie Galleria Mall, and I remember my brother loved playing this game. It was very realistic for the time. First game where I remember I had force feedback in the steering wheel and a manual transmission. You actually even had to start the car. You had the choice between 2 different courses. Either a stunt course or a regular course, and the game was hard. The laps were short, but they were very challenging. So when I saw this, I had to grab it and pick it up. It reminded me of my brother, and I was like, man, I got to grab this game. We're going to go to some games I picked up today. This game I actually picked up on the way home from work. I always stop at one particular thrift store. He told me he had one game for me, and he showed me, and he's looked it up on price charting. It was worth 20 bucks. And I knew I didn't have it. It's funny, I left my phone in my car, but I knew I didn't have this game. Grand Theft Auto Liberty Stories. I love the Grand Theft Auto franchise. I pretty much bought every one of these since they've come out. I actually never bought this one. Never played this one either. It came complete. Has the map, has the poster. It is scratched up, so it has to be resurfaced, but I know a place where I could get that done. I actually might eventually buy a resurface machine because I am starting to get into reselling a little bit of my collection of my double stuff. I have to. It's the only way to do it. And some of them have scratches. I think the best thing to do would be to resurface them. But this is awesome to get this. I also got, this was actually Thursday. I picked these up. I went to Salvation Army. And it's funny, I skipped going to Salvation Army the previous week. And when I picked these games up, I asked her, I said, did anyone turn in a DS, the game player for this? And she said no, but there was more games. They came in last week, and of course the week that I don't stop by, that's when they came in. Now I don't know where she came up with this price because their games are anywhere from $3.99 to $4.99, but these were only $2.99 a piece. We got new Super Mario Brothers. I do have this game, so I am going to be getting rid of that one. I always check to see if my copies are better or not. New Super Mario Brothers 2, all first-party games, and Mario Kart 7. Now, crazy enough, these were actually all on the shelf of the store, and with the CDs and DVDs, no one stole the games, thank God. These games are small, very easy to swipe. Nobody swiped them and grabbed them, so I'm glad that didn't happen. So these 3 games, $9. I actually got something else there, but I don't see it right here, so I'm going to have to come back to that one. This was a pickup last night. A friend of mine and I went to the Palisades Mall. We went to Dave & Buster's, we went to Cheesecake Factory, and anytime in the Palisades Mall, I got to stop at this store. It's called True Believers. True Believers is a really cool store. They sell video games, Pokemon cards, pops, figures, all kinds of stuff. The only thing I'm interested in there is video games, and I always look in their video game case, and I tend to usually find something. Another arcade game that I loved when I was a kid, I used to play it a lot in the laundromat, Road Blasters. This game is so fun. It is, I believe, an Atari game, right? I believe Road Blasters is an Atari game, although this is an official Nintendo release. I believe this was an Atari game originally. This game is so awesome. You get to drive this car, and your car has a gun on the front of it, and you have to shoot the cars that are in front of you. You actually also have to collect fuel pellets to make it to the end of the levels. This is a really fun game. I don't know how it's going to play on the NES. I opened it up. It was complete in box. Unfortunately, I was at I consider it a video game store. So I had to pay full retail for it, which I don't like to do. I usually try to get a deal. But once in a while, when you see something that you want and you got to do what you got to do. So $29.99 for this one, a little expensive. Had the box protector, which is worth probably $3 or $4. So, you know, got a little bit of deal on that, but it's a $30 game. I do tend to visit stores often, and sometimes when you do that, people get to know you. And if you're good to them, they're usually good to you. One of the store owners on Thursday had something in his vehicle for me. So he said, hey, come with me. I got something in my van that you might want to buy. So I went to the van with him, and he had two things. He had 2 boxes for me. Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, Game Boy, not NES, Game Boy Color. And really fun game. I enjoy this game. Actually, I'm playing this right now. And no game inside it, but it had the booklet in this one, and the baggie, and the cardboard tray. And then again, no game in this box either. This one was totally flattened out. I put it all back together. It's not pretty, but it is another game box. Super Mario Brothers RPG, Legends of the Seven Stars. Now, I hate RPG games. Again, no game in here, but I have the game for both of these to complete them, so not a big deal. But super awesome to be able to put these on my shelf of my game room, which one day I would love to show you guys, and really cool pickup. And he gave me a really good deal. He gave me both these boxes for just, I think it was $15 total. I originally offered him, I think, 20, no, you know what, it might have been 20. I think I offered him 25 for the 2 boxes. I didn't have my phone on me. I didn't look anything up. Again, incomplete. On this one, no games on either of them, but good deal for boxes. I can now complete both of these games, except for the booklet. Now, there is another thrift store near my job that I often don't go to. It's very cluttered, and usually I like that kind of stuff, but this one is so cluttered, I can't even look around. I haven't been in that store in probably about a year. I think it was Friday, I stopped in there, took a look around, and actually found 2 things. And they said just make an offer. I thought that was pretty cool. So I said, all right, let me make an offer. So I picked up 2 things. I picked up Star Wars Jedi Academy. This is for the Mac, and I actually just noticed as I was doing this. This is the PEGI version, so this might not even work on my Mac. I don't know if Macs or iMacs are region free or not. And I just noticed that as I was showing you guys this, I grabbed it. I can't believe I didn't notice that little 12 plus. Dang it. The other thing I picked up there was this Hulk Hogan, Mr. Nanny. Now, some of you guys might remember very recently I met Hulk Hogan. Now, I know not everybody loves Hulk Hogan, but I have some really good childhood memories about Hulk Hogan. And I thought this was cool. It's funny, the guy I was standing in line with at the grocery store, which was ShopRite in Poughkeepsie, New York, actually had a copy of this, and he was hoping to get Hulk Hogan to sign it, and he was going to give it to his sister. All right, we're staying next to Matt. Matt's my line buddy. He brought... Dude, I have everything to bring. I'll tell you, if I was Hulk Hogan, that's the one thing I wouldn't sign. Good luck with that one.
I'm hoping he signs it.
And you already bought the beer. Unfortunately, he didn't sign any personal autographs for anything other than the beer they were selling. But it's funny that he had a copy of this, and now here it is, and I have a copy of it too. Mr. Nanny. I've never seen this. I'm imagining it's pretty awful. So if you guys have seen Mr. Nanny, let me know in the comments below. It's got to be pretty bad. But I only paid $1 for it, so I mean, how can you really go wrong? Now, this next particular pickup to me is insane. The next 2 pickups are actually Facebook Marketplace pickups. The next one is kind of crazy because I was literally talking about the VHS tapes that I owned as a kid. And I bidded on one of these VHS tapes on eBay. And I think it was like $1 or $1.25. And I was the only one that bid on it. And then while I was at work, the auction was ending, and unfortunately, I had an appointment that I had to take during the end of the auction, and someone outbid me and bought it for $1.25, which I was pretty mad. It kind of sucked. I wasn't mad; it just kind of sucked. It must have been meant to be. I always think that my mom's looking out for me. I'm not very spiritual or religious, but it's weird how things happen. I literally, in my last pickup video, talked about DuckTales. Now, this guy listed on Facebook Marketplace, it came up for 4 VHS tapes. And I'm not getting into VHS tape collecting. I'm going to do a little bit, but not a whole bunch. But it came up with 3 DuckTales tapes. And actually, 3 DuckTales tapes and 1 Chip and Dale tape. So 2 I didn't own, which is DuckTales The Lost World. Got this one here. Remember Bubba? Where's Bubba's name in there on the front. Webba Gale, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and then on the back is Bubba. Bubba was funny. And then we got Daredevil Ducks. DuckTales Daredevil Ducks. I also didn't own this one, but got another one. And then these have no mold on it. That's a big thing with VHS. Whenever you look at VHS, you always want to pull them out and check them. The reels for mold. If you see white, don't take them. This one is Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, which I also watched. My 2 favorite shows for that era were DuckTales was my number 1, and Tailspin was my number 2. And then after that, I did watch Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. And I'm sorry, guys. I know some of you guys love Darkwing Duck, but I hated Darkwing Duck. It was annoying as hell. In my last video, I was talking about my first VHS tape that I ever bought. One was Double Dare, and I'm not sure if I made that up in my head, but I'm pretty sure I own Double Dare, and I've looked into buying it, but it's just been too expensive to buy it. The other one was Disney's DuckTales, Duck of the Future. I just got it, and I told the guy my story. I really think my mom was looking out for me because I can't believe that I found this on VHS locally on Facebook Marketplace. The cool thing is, I told the guy's story, he loved it. He's glad that he went to me, and I only paid $10 for these 3. That was his asking price. Now, when I was there, he asked me, he said, do I collect anything else? And I said, yeah, I do collect other things. I collect NES, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, and I rattled off a bunch of things. They actually, through Messenger, he asked me. And he's like, oh, you know, I'll bring some other stuff. So he brought me some sleeves. He gave me these for free. He gave me some protectors. Whoops, almost gave those away. Some protectors for the Super Nintendo for free. No games with them. And then he gave me an incomplete PlayStation Star Wars game because I told him I collected PlayStation 1 stuff. And then I also told him I collected Game Boy. And he gave me 2 Game Boy games. I actually gave him $10 for these 2 games, which were football for the Game Boy. Not very excited about it, but don't have it. And he told me the only reason why I only paid $10 for this part of it was because he told me this didn't work, so don't get too excited. Pokemon Yellow. I paid basically, with the math, probably about $5 for this game. He said it doesn't work. I could see very clearly on the board, there's a piece of copper missing. Now, he said he heard that you can get that fixed. I don't know if you can or not. I'm not a repair person either. So I'll probably just, you know, use this as a shelf piece, or if this is a nicer case, I'll replace mine. I'm not really a Pokemon person, but it's still a cool game, and I have a small pile of these. Maybe I'll have a friend see if he can fix this, but cool buy, cool guy. I'm super happy about this buy, and the DuckTales stuff was just absolutely amazing. It was just so weird to get that stuff. The last thing I ended up getting, I actually found on Facebook Marketplace as well, a Wii U. Now, I don't just have the pad, you have to have the console as well. One does not work with the other, so I have the pad and the console. I think we ended up agreeing on $60 for this. One of the reasons why is he's originally asking $80, which is very reasonable for the Wii U with the games that I'm going to show you guys. But then I opened some of the game cases when I were there, and they were missing. So we ended up settling on $60, and out of there I got a couple remotes, but this one stood out, a Luigi remote. This is going in my personal collection, so not for sale. This is a really cool one. The Wii U, I have a couple of them, so we're going to be selling that. We got Wii Sports Resort, okay, disc and cardboard. I think this is like a $25 to $30 game still, So that's the game I have. I'm going to be reselling that. I have a full Wii U set, so everything that I have is actually going to be sold. We got Call of Duty Ghosts. What a weird game for the Wii U. I actually should probably play this. I have of course all these games. I don't think there's going to be any upgrades because all my games are in really good condition. We've got Nintendo Land. I think that's only a $5 to $10 game. There's actually penguins in here, and the Nintendo Land book. Remember when games came with books? Oh, and there's the penguin game, so we'll put that together. We got, oh, before they fall, they're gonna fall. We saved them. We've got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Beijing. That was in 2008. So we got that. Box is cracked, but that's okay. Probably a cheap game, probably a $5 game. Just Dance 3, don't care about this one either. That one is in there. Of course, all the cheap games are in there. We got Wipeout the Game. Cool TV show. I don't know about the game for the Wii. Complete box, so that's good. We've got, this is another weird one, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, complete in box on the Wii. Another game I won't play. We're gonna sell this one. Rayman Origins. And this one feels a little light. Yeah, no book. I don't know why. What do you people do with these books? What do you kids do with these books? I don't know what you guys are doing with them. And then we got D-Pack, whatever that is. I don't even know what this is. Body, Mind, Spirit, Play. What a weird game. And we got Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2. There was actually a bunch of empty cases too. I think I already put them in my game room. There was like Smash Brothers. There was 2 boxes of Smash Brothers, both empty. I don't know why. He said one of them that he said double check the system, might be one in the system, and the other one he remembers he replaced it because the dog got it or something, or it got scratched, something like that. So I ended up with 2 empty cases, but I have not turned on and powered the Wii on yet, which I saw a video of it. It plays, and the guy was a school teacher, and it was really cool. I'm sure it works. He actually invited me out kayaking. He does a kayaking course. So if he contacts me in the future, we might be doing a kayaking video in the spring or the summer. I don't know if he gets a hold of me. So that was pretty cool. And then along with that, I now know what I dropped. There was a Wii Classic controller, which is I like the controller a lot, but I dropped it, so I can't show you guys that. But that's it. That's all my pickups. It's been a 2-week journey, and we're always looking and hunting for things. If you guys game hunt or hunt for anything, let me know in the comments below. And I think I did pretty well. I got a lot of things that I need to definitely clear out and sell. But yeah, a lot of cool items. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm super excited. I'm gonna go watch DuckTales. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.